Good evening, class. Now, I know everybody wants to have a good credit score, but everybody doesn't know how to get a good credit score or even start up their credit. There are several ways to do that, and I'm going to explain a few of them in this speech. A few ways to start or build your credit up is either getting a secure credit card, taking out a loan such as a credit builder loan, or have your parent or someone that you trust make you an authorized user on their credit card. First, I need to tell you the importance of a credit score and why it needs to be a good number. Good credit score is relatable to anyone that is looking to buying and or renting and borrowing money. Everyone has been judged by their credit score one way or another, whether they know it or not. Now, the history of the credit score starts with the credit bureaus. There are three of them, which are Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax. Equifax was originally called Retail Credit Company, which was founded in 1899 in Atlanta by two brothers, Cater and Guy Wilford. The Wilfords would keep a list of credit-worthy customers and compile their findings, which they would then sell. In many communities, representatives of the welcome wagon would take a note of person's home, furnishings, and character, among other factors. They would then report information back to Equifax, and they would then, relay the information back to Equifax. In the earlier days of contemporary credit, there were many credit bureaus, and a rep would call or visit stores asking about a given customer to determine if he was paying his bills. Character-based decision making was part of the process as well. Now, I'm going to go in further detail about the different ways to obtain or build your credit up. The first one is a credit builder lender. There are financial institutions. These financial institutions would like to see you succeed. After all, if you become a customer, you're more likely to make money for them in the future. To make sure it doesn't get burned on the loan, the lender will set strict limitations. Think of it as training wheels for credit. You apply for a loan whether you have bad credit or no credit, and you are approved, but there's no safety net for the lender. The money you borrow is deposited in a savings account, one that you cannot access until you fully repay the loan. And this is what a credit builder loan is. If you pay the loan as agreed, the financial institution promises to send a good report to the credit bureaus, and at the end of the loan term, you get the money back plus interest, and most likely your credit score will improve, or you will start off with a great credit score. Now, the credit scores range from 300 to 850. So, an average or a good credit score ranges anywhere from 700 to 850. Now, the second way to build or start your credit is having a secure credit card. Now, unlike prepaid debit cards, secure credit cards can help you establish or improve your credit history, provided that the issuer reports your account activity to the credit bureaus, TransUnion, Experian, and Equifax. With the secure credit cards, you're required to make a refundable deposit as collateral. So you take your own money and put it down, and that's what you're spending as your credit card. And it's similar to putting a security deposit down for an apartment, house, or a car. Now, the money protects the card issuer in case you don't pay your bill on time. They'll take their money from security deposit and give it to you and pay your bill that month. Now, keep in mind that the lending standards vary from issuer to issuer. Spend carefully and pay your bill on time, and you may be able to establish positive credit and history in just a matter of months. Now, the last way that you can do is become an authorized user. If you become an authorized user on someone else's credit card, you'll likely be issued a card with your name on it that you can make purchases of your own. As an authorized user, you are not legally obligated to pay the debts that might accumulate on the account. The responsibility lies with the primary account holder, which could be your mother, father, or, a relative that you live with. Because you're not technically responsible for paying the bills, being an authorized user doesn't have a huge impact on your credit score. But if you have little or no credit history, being an authorized user does give you the experience of using credit. Now, it might not necessarily help your credit score, but it can help you start your credit history or give you the experience, of building credit. Now, how to really build your credit is to pay your bills on time, keep your balances low, and just take the long view. The length of your credit history is also important. These aren't the only things that affect your credit score, but they're most heavily weighted.